back to the channel, everyone. It's time for some more creepy videos, so let's have a look.
What do you feel about the crop circles?
It's funny that you instinctively just said that, because that's kind of what I've realized they are. They're cymatics of the Earth speaking to us. And what's interesting is there's videos where these little orbs come about, and then you see this design being drawn. And that those orbs, I've learned, are the compression of certain materials stacked on top of each other, which then create the orbs. That's where, like, all those people, when they're like, oh, there's all these ghosts over there. Well, there's actually compressions of certain types of materials which stack together, create a chemical reaction, and then you have this orb. But I believe with the crop circles that it's Mother Earth speaking to us. And when I started to look at all of them, I started to see designs, I started to see like inventions, I started to see actually a lot of things related to atmospheric energy. You know, I started to see alignments, like things like the eclipse and how like significant the eclipse is. And like even here, we had 2 eclipses, you know, in 2 weeks. And if you stared into it, your energy goes through the roof. You know, so all these things that Mother Earth is trying to communicate with us. And like you said, we used to be tapped into this. We used to be able to see these frequencies, or at least tap into that. And we've disconnected and lost that. But the crop circles thing's just as wild, because they even said too that people will meditate in them, their energy will go very high, or they'll notice all these plants, that same thing. The plant growth is like wild. And they noticed, what's the other thing? They noticed like all these different types of rare plants popping up in that same spot. So it's almost like, in my opinion, Mother Earth is trying to communicate us and trying to tell you something, and you need to pay attention. But we don't understand it anymore because we speak with this new language that we have, instead of symbols and shapes and understanding fractals or frequency. You know, because everything has a frequency, everything is a fractal, you know, everything is designed into that. And Marcel Vogel did a lot with that. He did a lot with his crystals and talking to plants and creating liquid crystal displays. But crop circles kind of took me to about 1,000 different other rabbit holes that I didn't know I was going to lead to. But it was just remarkable to understand that, you know, this energy is there. It's always present. And, you know, it's for us to tap into. Otherwise, it gets named in pseudoscience and all the Rockefeller terms and everything else.
In 1991, 2 British pranksters revealed that they were behind over 200 crop circles that had mystified the world over the prior decade. Doe Bauer and Dave Chorley admitted to a newspaper reporter that they had created the elaborate geometric patterns in fields of wheat and other crops as a joke, using simple tools like wooden planks, ropes, and wire. The duo would go out at night with a few pints of beer in hand and stomp down crop circles of various sizes and designs, finding amusement in the bafflement of locals who stumbled upon their overnight creations. While the crop circles were initially intended as tricks for their rural neighbors, by the late 1980s pictures of the patterns were circulating globally, with UFO enthusiasts and paranormal investigators proclaiming them evidence of alien visitors. The more complex and numerous the circles became, the more experts doubled down that extraterrestrial forces must be at work. However, the reporter was able to verify Bauer and Chorley's claims by having them demonstrate their techniques and matching their new sample circles to an archive the men had saved over the years. What had spiraled into an international phenomenon was simply the work of 2 pranksters armed with planks, ropes, hats with wire, and a bit of ingenuity. The crop circle stood as early evidence of how even crude hoaxes can take on lives of their own in the age of media hype and wishful thinking.
Oliver's Castle, Wiltshire, 1989.
There's a couple of lights down there somewhere.
This controversial film appears to show strange objects hovering above a cornfield. Below, complex circle formations appear.
Say that crop circles are probably the main reason why I got into the paranormal and UFOs and that kind of thing when I was younger. There was a lot of it happening around the time when I was young, and it was the main thing that I kind of saw first that really got me into sort of the paranormal and aliens and UFOs, and it really brought me into that whole world, and I've been fascinated with them ever since. I know that there are a lot of fakes. The two guys in that video who admitted doing a lot of fakes in England. But I don't think they just came up with this idea out of their own heads. I think the idea of it came from somewhere. They'd seen these things appearing and decided to jump on board. I remember seeing a documentary about these two. When they were asked to recreate one of the patterns that they claimed they had done, it was totally off. They couldn't recreate any of it. The circles were out. They had track lines going through the field, where the original one, there was nothing. It was clean. So I think these two fraudsters were a bit, I don't know, I think they claimed that they'd done things when they hadn't done them. I know they had faked some, definitely, but I don't think they'd faked them all. So I think it's difficult because I've read documentaries where they were saying that people were saying that the farmers were saying that the crops, they can't be bent. When they are bent over, they tend to snap. And some of these crop formations that they found, the crops have been perfectly bent. There was no way on earth that somebody could have bent these without snapping them. Also, another point, some of the crops had been cooked from the inside. And the only way that this could happen is kind of like a microwave. Some sort of radiation which had cooked these crops from inside, and there was no way any human could have done this. But it's a difficult one because I do believe that some of these are genuine. But fraudsters like these, the two guys from England during the 80s, and of course there's people doing these kind of things all around the world all of the time. I don't think these people kind of help the fact that the genuine ones are real, and these people are creating these fakes. And it's giving everyone a bad impression of these, saying that they're all fakes. And I don't think they are. I think some of them are very genuine. But what they are, I don't know. Like the one showing the alien face and the binary code, I'm a little bit on the fence about that. I'm not 100% convinced that that is if they really wanted to communicate with us, that is the way that they would do it. Like, to create these images in crops, I think they would do it a different way, surely. So yeah, I think some of these are genuine. I really do, and a lot of them are faked. I would probably say 90% of them are faked, but whoever is faking them are pretty good. But the genuine ones are incredible, really incredible.
UFO spotted over Southampton, England.
E ceva în el, vezi? Vezi? E ceva în el. Uite, gol. Și aici e ceva în el. Yo, look at that. Look at everybody in the highway right now. I don't know, bro. Porque cuando un aparato que espera, ni idea. A mí no se mueve de ahí.
That's crazy.
¿Eh? ¿Será verdad?
No.
Some more UFO videos there. The one that really stands out to me there is the one, I'm not sure where that was. It looked like it was possibly South America somewhere, where everybody's sort of standing around the traffic filming this thing. The lights coming on, kind of looked like a doorway opening up at the front there. I'm not 100% sure about that. But there were so many witnesses to that. Everyone was standing there filming it. Looked like some of the traffic had stopped to sort of have a look at it as well. I think that was a great video. That didn't look CGI at all to me. That looked genuine. That was totally stationary in the sky. Wasn't a plane at all. I think that was a great video. Yeah, I'm going to try and find out where that one was filmed, but that was brilliant. A few other good ones in there, but that one really, really stood out to me. That was a great video.
This spooky picture was taken by a cinema attendant just before a movie screening. The child to the left appears to be well lit with normal skin tones, but the figure sitting next to him appears to be pale and ghost-like.
Nope, this is not supposed to happen, as this is a sign we are not alone, and if you see this, you need to run immediately. People were terrified after security footage of a construction site went viral, showing something so haunting, people were saying this could be extremely dangerous. One construction worker named Jose was trying to move this huge barrel. Another coworker that Jose had never met before said that they would help push, and after pushing the barrel several feet, Jose turned around to thank the coworker, but noticed not a single soul was there as far as Jose could see, with the eerie footage showing the back of the wheel to be empty the entire time it was being pushed, and just a shadow remaining of someone or something moving away.
I see my foreman, and I asked him, hey, where's that guy that helped me move the reel? And he told me, oh, you know what? I think I know who it is. He took me to the spot where they have like all these photos and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
When Jose went back to the office, he noticed photos of previous workers there and recognized the man who helped him, named Alan Lopez, the same man who had died almost 8 years before due to a trucking accident in that exact same area.
A couple of paranormal videos there. A couple of them were quite interesting. The security camera footage one, the lights looked like a lens flare. But why was the camera following it? They don't tend to do that. But this is kind of the third or fourth video I've seen where these sort of strange lights are appearing in the camera, and I don't know what they are. They're very strange. I don't think they're anything to do with the camera. They don't look like some sort of defect with the camera. As I say, this one was tracking them, so it's obviously outside of the camera lens. It's not sort of something within the camera. But yeah, they're quite interesting, these ones. The one with the guy getting the like drum of cable or something pushed towards him. Unsure about these ones. I've seen a couple of videos where like, security guards are having a chat with somebody. But on the camera, there's actually nobody there. it's hard to tell whether they're just sort of doing it for the camera or not. You'd like to think that people working on these sites know everybody who's working there. You're not just going to sort of chat to a random person who's on the site. So yeah, they're a bit tricky, these ones. Not sure, but you know, they're quite interesting to watch.
Meanwhile, that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit.
I don't care what you say, that is a mouse.
Continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out Seco.
At 4:13.
That's what that was? You said you had mono.
Yeah. Mono the herb.
Oh my god.
I must admit, this one made me laugh a little bit. This was supposed to be footage taken from the SpaceX launch. That definitely looked like a mouse. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but to me, that looked like a mouse or a rat or something like that, which shouldn't have been there. That was supposed to be outside the atmosphere. So what are they doing? Why are they showing us this footage and it's not real? There can't be a mouse on the exhaust. Why are they lying to us? It's not right, is it? It's not right. Very strange, but yeah, it did make me laugh. How could they miss that in the sort of editing of this video? Oh, what are they doing? Anyway, I'm going to wrap that one up for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like, leave a comment down below. If you want to see any sort of videos, if you've got any videos, or there's a topic that you want me to cover, please leave a comment. I'll gladly read it and look into that. So yeah, if you've enjoyed, again, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm doing this sort of 2 to 3 times a week. Going to try and do more. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed and see you on the next one.